What's up guys, Anders here with another video. This time we're going to be doing a quick weekly update video for you guys. I'm doing this live, so trying to get this done and do more videos for you guys because I still have to do the Valkyrie Succession video. That's still being edited at the time, and there's also the UI changes because there's some UI elements already being in place for our version of the game, so that could mean that maybe next week we're getting the UI update. So a lot of things are happening in this game. Mainly all these events are for people who are not playing the game right now to get them to return, because if you don't know, August, September and October are sort of the lull months for Black Desert Online, so they try and do all these events to try and get people to come back, get newer players interested into the game before November, December, January, where their major content releases happen, where there are new regions, new expansions like the Great Ocean, and new classes usually. Now for our version of the game, NANEU, this week we received the second part of the Season of the Hunt event. We received the 3 pets for free, main story quests. That's a permanent thing, so you get that for everyone who is just starting the game or even playing the game right now. Not to be confused with the returners or new players free pet that they get. That's a completely separate thing. So basically, if you're a new player, you get 4 pets. If you are a returning player, you're also getting 4 pets. Now the 3 pets that you get from the main story, 2 of them are classic type pets, and one of them is a premium pet, a bird, a hawk, I think, a skyhawk. That's pretty good. That means if you've been investing in classic pets as a veteran player, you can try and get a T4 pet using one of these. Or if you're a new player, you basically get 4 pets to start off, which is huge because you really need pets to grind in this game. Now they're going to be T1s obviously, but that's basic and good enough for someone who doesn't want to spend any money in this game and see if they like this game before investing any sort of finances into this game. They can at least have a good time grinding using these pets. Now let's go over these patch notes really quickly. This is the juice event. So basically, if your strength, I believe, health or breath are a certain level, you get some juice to kind of help you level up and some contribution XP. This is a one-time thing, once per family. So once you do that, that's pretty much it. It's not really a ton of juice considering how much you need to hit level 30 on that. And if you're not sure what juice does, it just basically increases your health level, your strength level, or your breath level. And breath is for stamina, health is for HP and MP, so it increases your health pool and mana pool the higher it goes. Same thing for stamina, and strength increases your weight limit. That's pretty much it. A little additional freebie that they're giving us, which is nice. Always nice to see. I like the contribution XP that they give us. It's always nice to have just even a little bit in these little quests. Now, in terms of ongoing events from Season of the Hunt Part 1, the week-long free, I think it's like 240 AP, 270 DP gear set that they give you for any class. There's 2 sets of that. That's still going on, so you don't have to collect that anytime soon, but do collect and use that set of armor that they give you for hitting level 56 and 58 by the 23rd of October, so a week before, because it's going to be deleted before maintenance on the 23rd, so make sure you use that. Now, complete Marnie Stones. This event, if you're not sure, is basically just complete about 2,500 Marnie Stones. So 20 of the 500 Marnie Stones, you'll get 40 points doing that, or 40 of the little Marnie Stones will be the same thing. That's how much you need to get all the rewards for the event. It's very simple. If you grind anywhere past 57, which is when you can start using Marnie Stones, you'll have this completed and you get a Hungrad box and some other goodies, which is always nice. Now, the world boss drop rate boost is still going on for another week. If you haven't been doing world bosses for the past week, I suggest you go starting today. Try to go as many times as you can, even if it's late at night and you don't think the boss is gonna die. Just go anyway. I see people get boxes way more often than they should, and it's been pretty good. It hasn't been great for me, but it has been pretty good for other people, so you could be that lucky guy. And Fever Time boost is still ongoing for another week, so if you're a new player or a returning player, make sure you take advantage of this. On the weekends, it's 300% XP boost, which is huge, and I believe 200% on the normal evenings. So it's not all day, it's not for the entire week, it's just on the Fever Time, which is usually in the evenings in your region. So keep that in mind. Make sure you take advantage of that as well. The Fall Festival is still ongoing as well till the end of the month. and in terms of dedicated gift. So a lot of people were upset that new players were getting basically a pet for free, a maid for free, inventory slots, and returning players were getting the same thing for this event. And players who have been sticking with the game were getting basically nothing. We got, yeah, pretty much nothing. So we're asking for something, and the producer of the game said, okay, we understand, we want to show our gratitude to these avid adventurers with our sincere thanks and a gift from our hearts. So they gave us a 101 stack or a 70 stack depending on what your highest level character is. So you only needed to have a level 60 character to get the 101 stack. It's not very hard to get even 61 these days. I believe I hit 61 on my Dark Knight in a couple days of just pure questing. So it's not hard to get there, but if you weren't one of those who managed to get to 60 and you had a 59, for example, you did get a 70 stack, which is still very good. Now, a 101 stack for free is always nice to see. Those are hard stacks to make if you are one of those people that enhances a lot, so that's really nice to see. It's basically like a TED accessory stack or even a pen stack if you want to start there. The free pets we talked about, the way you get this, because there's a lot of confusion in chat I see, you basically go to the heads of every town. I believe in Calfian it's the head of the Callus committee or whatever. In Velia it's Bartali. And in Medaya, it's Barry's the third, the kid, not Naruda Shen, the head of Altanova, but rather the kid who you have to talk to through like the main story quest. He's on the side near where Naruda Shen is. It's not very hard to do. You only need to have completed the main stories for each region to qualify to get these pets, and it's a permanent addition. So if you haven't actually done the main stories, don't rush. It's okay, you'll get it eventually, but if you're a new player, focus on doing the main stories for the Balanos, Calfian, and Medaya regions to get these pets. So you also got new guild skills for ample storage. We saw this in test server a couple weeks ago now, and Korea got it like last week. So it's just more storage for your guild storage. Each slot will cost about, I think, 5 points, 10 points, and then 15 points for the last one. It's not bad. More storage is always nice. Central market warehouse capacity now has increased with your family fame, so you get more warehouse capacity the higher your family fame. If you don't know what family fame is, it's just basically a stat of all your characters that are leveled, all the life skills you've leveled, your CP, your energy, and just kind of takes all of that, tallies it into a number. So I think I have about 600 more capacity or more because of this change, which is nice because I'm storing a lot of stuff in the warehouse these days, so it's good to have more capacity, and it's a good change, honestly, because it's not you could have gone the pay to win route and be like, hey, listen, if you want to increase your warehouse capacity, here's a $10 coupon to do so. Thank God they didn't go that way. Oh, by the way, for Shies, I'm not sure if they're actually even talking about it in this patch notes because they didn't even address it in the last patch note, but Shies last week were basically unusable. All their skills, or most of their skills, were just freezing up, and animation wouldn't go through. Most of the time it was impossible to actually play. You couldn't even e-buff. Your e-buff would just take like 10 seconds to actually go through before you could actually move. You couldn't even dodge. You were stuck in place. It was awful. Apparently that was some bug that appeared with the patch, and that's been fixed now, so that's good to hear. The only reason that we knew it was going to be fixed was actually not even because of EU and NA. I think I sent a ticket the second day of the patch asking for a confirmation of is this a bug or is this a change? What's happening? It took them a week, where I think Southeast Asia server got it over the weekend, where they got some notice saying that, okay, we are aware of this, it was an in-game notice, we're going to fix it next week, so don't fret. In terms of Marnie Stone changes, after level 64 you couldn't actually exchange Marnie Stones apparently, so now you can do so, but you know, after 62 the amount of XP you get from Marnie Stones isn't that great. There is a new thing called Hero's Song from world bosses that can drop. The item is a poem written to commemorate the heroes who together defended the world. The item heals the character for 5,000 HP over 30 seconds and is used upon acquiring it. So it's an instant use item that you get if you drop it. I don't really understand the point of the item, to be honest. Yeah, if it's instant use when you get it, unless you're doing PvP right after a world boss, it's not exactly helpful. So I don't know what that is about. What else we have to talk about? Energy for acquiring Ash Forest knowledge. I did not even know that wasn't working, and today I log in and get an extra energy point, so that's fun. Always good to have more energy. There is this new sort of save your auto path route thing on the world map. This is something they've added on test server a week ago. It's good. I mean, it saves your route so you can just redo the route without having to do it manually again. It's not amazing because I don't really usually horse train overnight anyway, but if you're a horse trainer, let me know if it's actually working for you and if it's actually very useful for you. I imagine it is. Right, the UI. So this UI, if you've noticed that some of the horse UI has changed to look different. If you do with the new change to the inventory, so now when you go to the character select window, you can see the inventory. So when you can swap characters, there's a little bag icon next to change, and you can see what that character is holding in their inventory. This is huge if you're using your alts as sort of storage characters, and that way you know where things are without having to swap and waste your time. It's huge. But you'll also notice that storage UI and the horse UI has changed to a different look, and that is the remastered UI that is coming. The fact that they've added that into our game could mean that maybe next week or the following week we'll be getting the UI revamped. Let's look at build your guild. So you have to now invite new players from this maintenance, and I believe you need to get at least 10 for about 200 million silver in funds and 200,000 skill XP and some scrolls. And if you get 20 people, it's 500 million. Now, I'll be honest, it's not really that amazing, the amount of money you're getting for each new player and for getting 10 and 20. So if you get one new player, you get 20 million. So you can get up to 400 million if you get 20. And if you get 20, so you get 500 mil. So it's about 900 million silver for guild funds. And that's great. But it's also, you could just SMH that, honestly, if you really need the funds. So it depends. It depends. Honestly, right now I'm growing my guild again, so this is good for me. I want to get new players into the game anyway. So I want to get new players into the guild and help them progress, and then doing so we'll get to this goal. But the big deal is that we're finally getting guild attendance rewards back. It has been, I can't even remember the last time we had these. But finally, if you are a medium-sized guild at least, so 31 members or more, you'll get guild attendance rewards until the end of the year. So don't feel like during this event you have to have 31 people. You can grow your guild over time into 31 members or more, and then get these before the end of the year. And free pet at the end of it, fine accessory box 2 as well. Sealed Book of Life, 7 days. Some item loot scrolls, which is always nice. Some black gems, as you saw up here as well. Camisole Blessing, 7 days. It's really good stuff, and that it promotes people to want to join guilds for these guild attendance rewards just for itself. I mean, so if you're not in a guild, it's probably a good time to join one, honestly. The other Season of the Hunt Part 2. This is huge, guys. If you're not playing the game, this is probably one of the good reasons to come back or start playing the game. It's insane. We have it for 2 weeks, I believe. Yes. So you grind, fish, or gather to obtain one of these patches. You get these pretty commonly, to be honest. Rarity pouches, pretty common. Fortune pouches, less so, but still not bad. What you can get is some or all of this. So Ancient Spirit, Dust, Valk, Scry, Memory Fragments, Cronstone, Sharps, Hearts, Coelacanths, Black Gems now. The Rarity Pouches obviously is one of these. So the yellow ones are crazy. If you are someone that is needing to increase their power level, you can do so through Crafters. And Crafters right now in EU especially are tanking. On NA they're slowing down as well. I think they're like 2.4 mil each. On EU they're like 2 mil each right now. So, and they're dropping. So if you want to increase your power level without enhancing, it's a really good time to do so, and this is going to expedite that process. If you go ham for the next 2 weeks with Camisole Blessing and gather as much as you can, fish overnight, and grind as much as you can, then you can get those gains that you can get for basically free, for at least cheaper than it would be enhancing yourself or trying to buy it from the market right now. There's also a Ride the Tide event for next 2 weeks, which is a training XP and mount XP event, which is great if you want to, if you're a horse trainer and you need to get more T9 materials. This is a good way to do it. If you level your horses from T1 to T8 to level 15 and then Imperial Delivery, you can get a bunch of these T9 materials. I wouldn't Imperial Delivery a T8 or a T7, but just so you know, just T1 to T6 makes sense. Okay. Maybe even if it's a female, use the breeding on the breeding market, and then use Imperial Delivery. But yeah, so T9 materials, you get the Pierce Forest Breath or the Breezing Conch Seaweed. I believe it's Doom and the Unicorn. So most people will probably go for Doom because it's really powerful in PvP, and it's a good way to get your Doom horse. Just a little extra boost. I mean, you still have to get lucky getting the Awakening for the horse, but this helps you out, get you more attempts. And there's also a boosted breeding chance for the training event as well, which is really good. Let me know what you guys thought about these changes for the week. Hopefully I went through as much as I could. If you have any questions whatsoever, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you're most excited about in terms of the events that we're getting. Are you happy about this guild event? Seems pretty fun. It's definitely going to push me to do more recruiting for my guild. So I have a lot of work to do on that. And let me know if you're a small guild. How do you feel about it? If you're a large guild, do you even care? I mean, the amount of money I guess you'll get won't be that much. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you like this video, please like and sub. Every sub counts as we continue to grow. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.